Hello and welcome back to the Complete Yin Weekly Routine, a set of 3 60-minute practices that go together to create a full week of home practices designed to optimize your time on the mat. Today's session focuses on the hips and the legs. Welcome back to Debbie Daily Yoga, where it's not about how your yoga looks, it's all about how it feels. Each week includes a full body session, a session focused on the spine, and a session focused on the hips and the legs. Because Yin Yoga is designed to stretch and stimulate the body's fascia, these sessions focus on the parts of the body that are most heavily laden with fascia. So that's everything between the knees and the ribs. In today's session on the hips and the legs, we'll focus on the thigh, and in particular, the 4 quadrants of the thigh. The inner thigh includes the groin and the adductor muscles. The back of the thigh includes the hamstring muscles. The outside of the thigh includes the glutes and the IT band. And the front of the thigh includes the quads and the hip flexors. And all of these thigh muscles span over this big joint where the leg bone connects into the pelvis, known as the hip joint. Our practice will begin with centering and breathing, and then we'll move into a warm-up for a few minutes before we begin our yin sequence, where we'll hold poses for about 3 minutes each. And then the practice will end with a seated meditation. When you commit to a yin yoga practice for 60 minutes, 3 times a week, you'll gain the maximum benefits of increased flexibility, along with greater calm and balanced energy. So go ahead and roll out your mat, and let's begin our Yin Yoga practice focused on the hips and the legs. Sit cross legs or any way that works for your body, maybe with a cushion under your seat. Make any little adjustments that might be needed to get completely comfortable. Taking 3 rounds of cleansing breaths now. Draw the breath in through the nose and exhale through an open mouth. Inhale, fill the lungs. Sigh it out. Breathe in. Exhale. And now a double inhale. Exhale. 2 sips of air in. 1 more like this. Exhale. Now drop into an awareness of your body and the place where your sit bones connect to the earth or the cushion that you're sitting on. Notice your legs and how the weight of the legs anchors your body down against the earth. Begin to soften the muscles of your jaw and tongue and all the muscles of the face. Let the arms float down to your sides as you open your eyes and begin some easy neck rolls to start our warm-up. Drop the chin to the chest and gently roll the head to the right ear towards shoulder. Roll the head back down through center and over to the other side, mobilizing the neck, back down through center. To the first side, exhale down through center. To the second side. Once more to the first side. Lengthen the neck between shoulder and ear, and roll down and over to the second side to stretch the neck and bring the head back down to the center. Lift your head back up. Moving into finger fans now, spread the arms out in a T and pull the fingers in one at a time, starting with the pinkies and finishing with the thumbs. Bend the wrists, bend the elbows, cross the hands behind the head, press the hands forward, open palms. Palms up, same thing, pinkies first, thumbs last, bend wrists, elbows, cross behind the head and press out to either side. Palms up, curl fingers in, curl arms in, press arms forward. Palms up, curl fingers in, bending wrist, elbows, shoulders, open out to the sides. Once more in each direction, palms up, curl fingers in, curl arms in, press arms forward, open palms. Palms up, curl fingers in, pull the joints in, and press them out, expand. Release the arms and come onto hands and knees, and settle your hips back to child's pose. Stretching the back, Forehead rests on the earth. Breathe into the back of the hips. As you exhale, can you press the palms forward to draw the tailbone back toward the feet? Inhale to come up to hands and knees for some lateral circles of the torso. Bend your ribs to the right and then bring your hips back, ribs to the left and forward. Ribs come back to the right, hips travel back, circle to the left and through the front. One more time, to the right, back, to the left and forward. Change directions now, ribs to the left, back, right, and forward, curving the spine to the left, hips back, curve to the right, forward, last time, back, right, and forward. Tuck the toes and come to downward dog. Walk the legs, bend your left knee as you press your right heel toward the ground. And bend the right knee, press left heel down. Bend left, press right. Bend right, press left. Bend left, press right. Bend right, press left. Press both heels down now for a full downward dog. Inhale and drop the knees to exhale into child's pose and rest here. Take a deep breath into the back body. And as you exhale, come up to hands and knees. Step your right leg forward to lunge. Find your way into crescent lunge, lifting the arms over the head. Feel the stretch in the front of the left thigh. Lift your gaze, inhale, and open the arms out to the sides in a T. Eagle arms, slide the left elbow under the right. You can either place the palms together or hold on to the outsides of the shoulders. Lift the elbows, come into a back bend, lift the gaze, and bow forward, bringing elbows toward the knee. Inhale, lift up to the back bend once again. Exhale, open the arms out into a T, sweep them up over the head, and exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Shift your hips back into half split, stretching the back of the right leg, bowing the head, stretching the back of the torso as well. Breathe. And shift forward. Tuck the toes and step back into plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Inhale and exhale. Drop the knees, come all the way to the belly. Lift up to a baby cobra, hands hover. Back down and press the hips up and back, child's pose. Inhale into the back. And come back up, hands and knees. Step your left leg forward to lunge. Finding crescent lunge, sweep the arms overhead. Lift the gaze, inhale. Open the arms out to the sides on your exhale. Eagle arms, right arm under the left or hug around the shoulders. Lift the elbows, back bending, lift the gaze. Come forward, elbows to the knee. Inhale to the back bend once again and release the arms out into a T. Sweep them over the head, crescent. Come back down, hands to either side of the front foot. Shift the hips back to half split. Bow forward over the leg as you stretch into the left hamstrings, left lower back, middle back. Inhale and exhale, release, shift forward. Tuck the back toes, step back, downward dog. Take a breath here and release down to child's pose. Breathe. Come back up to make your way onto your back. Once on the back, hug the knees in toward your chest. Gently rock side to stretch into the low back. And bring the legs back to center now. Clasp the hands around the right knee as you extend your left leg down along the floor. Pull the right knee in and breathe into the lower back. As you exhale, lift your forehead up toward your knee and reach the right hand down to hold the right foot for one-legged happy baby pose. Rest the head back down on the floor and hold here feeling into the right hip, the right lower back. Release the leg and place the right foot on top of the left knee for a twist. Bump your hips out toward the right first and then cross the knee over to the other side. Right hand reaches out to the right side. Left hand can hold the outside of the knee. We want to roll all the way up and over onto the outside of the left hip, bringing the right hip all the way on top of the left. Breathe into this twist. To release, bring the knee back up to center and straighten the body out and stretch both legs long as you interlace the fingers, press the palms up and away, and bend both knees in, hug them in. Lengthen the lower back. Interlace around the left knee now, hugging it in toward the chest as the right leg extends on the floor. Inhale. And exhale, lift the forehead up toward the knee. And reach the left hand down, hold the bottom of the foot, one-legged happy baby, feeling into the hip, making any movement of the hip that feels good. Inhale, and release to take the left foot on top of the right knee, find the twist, hips left, knee crosses to the right, left hip all the way on top of the right hip as you reach your left arm back. Right hand holding the outside of the knee. Breathe into the twist. Inhale. And exhale as you release the twist. Return to center and hug both knees in toward your chest. Lift the forehead toward the knees. Squeeze into a ball and reach down to hold the bottoms of the feet for full happy baby pose. Head comes back down. Rock side to side, feeling into the spine, the back of the hips. Release the legs for windshield wipers. Feet come as wide as your mat, arms spread out. Drop both knees to the left as your head turns right. Knees come up and over toward the right, head left. Inhale up, knees left. Inhale up, knees right, knees to center, inhale, knees left, exhale, inhale up, exhale to the right, inhale up. This time stay over to the left as we come into our first yin pose, which is half saddle pose. Tuck your right foot next to your right hip, rolling onto the side as much as you need to get it there. And once you find your position, choose what to do with your left leg. You can extend it forward, you can bend the knee, you can open the knee out to the side, or to turn the volume up on this stretch, you can hug the knee in toward the chest. If you need a different variation, come onto your belly and hold the right foot in the hand or use a strap. In half saddle, your arms can be over your head or down at your sides. Both variations of this pose stretch into the same place, the hip flexors on the right leg, the quads on the right leg. Take a couple moments to make any other little adjustments that might be needed to get completely comfortable here. Checking in with the legs, the spine, the hips, the knees. And once you've started to settle into stillness, notice the rhythm of your breath, the natural rhythm in and out. And once again, encourage a softening through the tissues. Relax the jaw, the tongue. Imagine you could relax deep into the joint of the hip. Inhale and exhale. Each time you breathe, can you witness the exhalation and the effortless release that it brings? Each exhale is an opportunity to soften deeper. Let yourself drop into the support of the floor, into the way your body is resting, the parts of your body that are touching the floor. Letting go. Slowly begin to release the pose. Carefully roll to the side and untuck your foot. And find your way into windshield wipers again, feet as wide as the mat, knees to the right, knees back up to center and over to the left. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees right. Inhale up. Exhale, knees left. Inhale up. Knees right, staying here this time as you tuck the left foot up next to the hip, finding your way into half saddle or the alternative pose on the belly. Finding the right variation with your right leg so that you get the stretch that feels right and doesn't hurt the knee or any other part, something that you can sink into stillness with. Make any final micro adjustments so that you get the stretch in the front of the left hip and front of the left thigh. And begin to let the mind energetically relax open. And with the mind relaxing open, can the body follow by also softening, releasing unneeded tension, gently inviting this energetic opening with your mind. With your next inhale, with your long and slow exhale, can you take your next breath into the very center of sensation? Breathe into the hip. Exhale from the hip. And again, feeling a softening through the tissues. Relax the chest, the ribs, the belly. Soften the shoulders. Soften the hips. Breathe into the whole body and dropping down with your exhale, softening even more. And observe the natural rhythm of your breath, the effortless flow in and out as you hold this shape in stillness. Slowly now begin to release the pose. Make your way onto your back for a 1-minute rebound. This is a time of resting on the back to integrate the sensations and effects of the pose. Any comfortable position where you can simply feel what's happening inside of your body. Feel the movement of energy through the hips, the front of the thighs, and anywhere else in the body. Feel the breath as it rises and falls in the belly and in the chest. Feel yourself immersed in sensations and awareness. Slowly bend your knees and hug them into your chest. Gently rock side to side as you lengthen your low back near the floor. Roll to one side to make your way up into a seated position for half butterfly with the left leg extended forward and the right foot to the inner upper thigh. You may be more comfortable with a cushion under your seat. You could also use a cushion under your knee or blocks or any other kind of support under your forehead. You can come over the leg or inside the leg, whichever gives you a better stretch in our target area here, which is the back of the left thigh, the hamstrings. Inhale into the back of the leg. Exhale and soften into the shape. Making any adjustments you need to be totally comfortable here. And imagine that you could draw the breath right up the back of the leg, over the back of the left hip, and up through the spine. And imagine you could exhale and soften through the tissues even more deeply. With each exhalation, let yourself sink even deeper into this shape. For the second half of our time in the pose, you could choose to stay here or take a variation, half shoelace, where the right knee comes on top of the left knee, right foot next to the left hip. Come forward and feel this different but similar stretch, which may be more intense in the hamstrings or the lower back. Whichever pose you choose to remain in, continue to soften. Continue to invite the natural unfolding, the release of tension, the stilling of the mind, the calming of tension in the body. Drawing fresh energy in with your inhales. With each exhalation, let yourself sink a little deeper. Notice how your body is relaxing into gravity. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, begin to release. Come up and change legs. Extend the right leg forward, bend the left knee, left foot to the inner upper thigh as you come forward. Angling over the leg or inside of the leg. You choose what feels right, trusting your intuition, trusting your body's sensibilities, knowing there are no specific instructions for these yin postures by design. So we have the freedom to tap into our inner selves and adjust in the way that feels just right inside. As you breathe in now, can you imagine identifying every part of tension in your back body? And as you exhale, can you imagine releasing every bit of this tension, fully relaxing, fully releasing? For the second half of our time in the pose, option to take half shoelace, left knee on top of the right, and continuing forward, or stay right where you were in half butterfly. Feeling into the back of the leg, whichever variation you're in, the hamstrings of the right leg is what our target area is. Can you breathe into this area now? As you exhale, can you soften through the hamstrings, through the back of your hips? There's nothing that you need to do or make happen here. This is a process of letting go, surrendering into gravity, identifying sensations, and stimulating the body's vital energies. Draw a deep breath into the back of your leg and exhale. Relax completely. Slowly now release, lift up, and start to make your way all the way onto your back for a 1-minute rebound. Feel your body infused with sensations, feelings. Notice what's arising in your physical body at this moment. Notice what might be arising in your energetic body at this moment. And can you imagine integrating the physical and the energetic sensations with a deep inhale and a slow exhale? Slowly now releasing by bending the knees into the chest and hug your arms around your legs. Gently rock side to side. Roll to the side to come up and find your way into deer or sleeping swan. Right leg behind you, left leg in front. For deer, keep the back knee bent and lean over on the left hip as you come forward over the left knee or shin. For sleeping swan, extend the right leg back behind you, and you can choose to even the hips if that feels good, or keep the left hip down as you come forward over the knee or over the shin. Rest on elbows, or rest your forehead on your hands, or rest your head on the floor with your arms out in front. Whichever pose you're in, we're targeting the left glutes. So make any micro adjustments you need to find the stretch that feels good for you today. And notice how your body is facing the floor now. Feel the parts that are supported by the earth, the parts that are contacting the earth. Feel the angles of your legs. Can you take a full breath into the left hip now? And as you exhale, can you relax any tension in the left hip, softening, releasing. As you continue to settle into this stillness, notice the rhythm of your breath, the natural rhythm in and out. Inviting integration of body and mind through the process of holding this posture, noticing where it's difficult, noticing where it's easy, always making any adjustments that are needed to find more ease. Inhale a deep breath now into the whole body and let it go, relaxing. Breathing in again and exhaling. Slowly now begin to rise up from sleeping swan or deer and change sides. Right leg forward, left leg bent behind you or extended behind you. Stretching into the right glutes on this side with deer pose or sleeping swan pose. Make yourself comfortable with any additional adjustments that are needed. Take your time to settle into the shape. And once you've landed, take a breath in and exhale. Allow yourself to drop into the pose. And as you sense the body here resting, can you imagine it finding even more stillness? Each inhale inviting awareness. Each exhale encouraging a deeper sense of release. Knowing that this is the perfect time, the perfect moment to relax, to allow your mind to experience calm, balanced energy. Breathe in, exhale. Nothing that you need to do but relax into the force of gravity that draws your body down to the floor. Feeling the sensation, right glutes, anywhere else that you're feeling physical sensations in the body. Noticing and being present with what's here. As you breathe, as you continue to settle into stillness, notice the rhythm of your breath, the natural rhythm in and out. Slowly now begin to rise up from sleeping swan or deer and slowly find your way into child's pose, taking a 1-minute rebound here. Hips settle back toward the heels, forehead on the earth. Resting and feeling into the hips, the glutes, the legs. Take a deep breath into this area of the back of the hips. And exhale as you observe what's happening as the body feels this flow of energy. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly rise up from child's pose to come into tadpole or frog. For tadpole, the knees can come out maybe as wide as the mat. Feet can stay close together or they can separate as you melt your heart down. It's like a wide knee child's pose with a target area to stretch the inner thighs. You can widen the knees more if you need more sensation, or you can widen the feet, and at this point it becomes frog pose. They're both just two variations of the same pose to stretch the inner thighs. Options are to cushion the knees by spreading out a blanket or two, or to come to the wall to take frog pose at the wall. Whichever variation you're choosing for today, allow yourself to settle by making any final adjustments to find complete comfort. Notice the stretch of the inner thigh region, the inner groins, the mighty adductor muscles. Can you breathe into this underbelly, inner thigh, both sides? Exhale from the inner thighs, from the underbelly. See if you can relax into the breath that's already happening. The flow of the inhale and the exhale that's always part of your body's experience. Can you tap into this stream of consciousness? Feeling a sense of emptying out. Tuning into this effortless practice by simply riding on the inhale, riding on the exhale, without attaching any story to it. Finding restfulness, finding ease within whatever you're feeling. And now slowly releasing your version of frog or tadpole, make your way into child's pose, with the knees together this time and the arms down alongside of the body. After this straddling shape we just took with the knees wide, now feeling the contrast of knees together, chest rounded over the legs, upper back softly rounded, and the forehead relaxing against the floor. Notice the sensations in your inner legs, and notice the sensations that you're feeling anywhere throughout your whole body at this moment. Breathe into what you're feeling. Exhale. Slowly rise up from child's pose to make your way to a seated position for a glute stretch, which is your choice of square pose or figure 4 at the wall. For square, cross your left shin in front of your right and come forward to find the stretch in the left glutes. Or to turn up the volume, you'll take the left foot on top of the right knee and come forward. You can use a cushion under your seat. You can use props under one or both knees. You could also use blocks or a bolster under your forehead or under your forearms. Alternatively, we can also stretch this area by taking figure 4 at the wall, left ankle over the right knee. Making any final adjustments to fully settle into the shape, whichever one you're taking today. Take a deep breath into the sensation that you're feeling into the hips. Exhale, softening here, outer hips. Softening left buttocks. Maybe feeling sensation in the sacrum as well. The lower back, perhaps. Maybe the inner thigh on the left leg. For the second half of our time in the pose, you could stay where you are or option to move into shoelace pose by crossing the knees tighter, left knee right over the right knee. Finding whichever feels best for you now as you settle in, letting the breath help to carry you into the place that feels right. And once you've started to settle deeper into stillness, notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice the natural flow and how each inhale affects the pose differently. How the exhale encourages a softening each time. Can you sense into the left glutes, the area around the left outer hip, as you soften? Slowly release now, making your way to the second side of whichever variation you're taking to stretch the right glutes this time. Bending forward with both feet on the floor or taking right foot on top of left knee and coming forward. Or figure 4 at the wall, this time with the right ankle over the left knee. Arranging your body and arranging any props so you can find complete comfort and feel fully supported in your experience of unfolding. And can you begin to sense a sweetness in this time of care for yourself? This time of gently tending to this body and its needs for comfort, for stretching, for being infused with gentleness, compassion, and deep awareness. Imagine fully relaxing into this realm. You may wish to stay right where you are or take the second variation of shoelace with right knee on top of left now. Can you sense the breath moving into the back body, the lower back, the sacrum? Can you exhale from the lower back, softening the glutes, the outer right hip, the entire area around the right hip? The inner thigh. With this bowing gesture of the body, can you feel your mind relaxing a little more deeply here? And now releasing slowly to make your way all the way down onto your back for our final relaxation in Savasana, corpse pose. You can take any version of this pose that feels good to you, perhaps sprawling the legs and arms out, or placing a bolster under your knees or a small pillow under your head. Taking a few moments to arrange your body and arrange your props so that you can feel fully supported. Nurturing yourself into a position where you can completely let go. Notice your breath, how it flows. The in-breath, the out-breath. Begin to soften the muscles of your jaw, your tongue, and all of the muscles of the face, forehead, temples, cheekbones, the muscles around the eyes, ears, all through the scalp. And feel your shoulders. Imagine you could slide your shoulders away from your ears. Imagine a cleansing process happening in your body. As we take 3 more cleansing breaths, draw the breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale. Inhale through the mouth. Notice how your body is supported here. Feeling how this is a perfect moment to release, to let go, There's nothing that you need to do or make happen. The breath is already flowing. Can you enter into this stream of breath with your awareness? Allowing yourself to be steeped in the medicine of breath. Allowing yourself to be immersed in the medicine of stillness. Bathed in the medicine of awareness. With each exhalation, let yourself sink even deeper into the support beneath you, feeling the natural process of letting go, dropping deeper with each exhale. Can you imagine now that the body is breathing itself as you simply become a witness, holding space for this effortless process? Take an even deeper breath now into the belly and into the heart. And as you exhale, stretch out into your fingers and toes, moving hands, wrists, feet. Stretch your arms over your head, interlace fingers, and press down long through the legs and the feet. Bend the knees and slowly, gently roll to one side. Take your time coming up into seated meditation, option to use a cushion under your seat. Finding a comfortable position now, with the spine tall, with the legs supporting you. Sensing into the hips and legs now, after this practice of stretching and opening in all directions, all the major target areas of the hips, the thighs, the legs. And from this spacious lower body now, can you feel the spine even more gracefully and beautifully rising up from within? Can you feel this extension that naturally rises up like a flower through the crown of your head? Like the lotus flower finding its way to the surface of the water. And now can you breathe deep into your chest, allow your shoulders to rise, and exhale, soften the shoulders down the back. Continue to drop into stillness, to fully drop into awareness, and to steep your mind in sensation. As you tune into this natural flow of breath that's already happening, emptying out, releasing, filling up. Exhaling again. This natural process is already happening, and we can tune into this effortless practice by simply witnessing the exhalation. Just a felt sense of emptying out, much like a wave that rolls back out to sea. The energy of life filling you with each inhale. Exhalation effortlessly emptying into the landscape, the air, the oceans. Allow yourself to witness this process of energy flowing in and out for the next several breaths. Steeping in this medicine. Inhale. Exhale. Letting the mind be free from the world of thinking as you drop into the world of sensing and witnessing the breath flowing in and flowing out. Of letting go with each exhale. Begin to bring your awareness back slowly and gently, starting with a deeper breath. And as you breathe out, feel into your legs, your hips, your thighs, this solid grounding of the body, connecting you from your inner world to the outer world, the surface you're on. Place your palms together in front of your heart when you're ready, and we'll chant Om 3 times. Inhale. And that wraps up today's practice. Thank you for taking this time with me. I hope your hips and legs are feeling awesome. I always love connecting with you in the comments, so let me know how this practice was for you today. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to hear about my next video. Check out my Yin Yoga teacher training and my membership program in the links below. And I will see you in the next practice. Have a wonderful rest of your day.